Hello everyone, Arlisha here, and welcome to the middle of a new video. I hope you are all doing well this week. I am really looking forward to chatting with you today about this gouache paint set. This is by the brand Mia. This is their HIMI jelly gouache set. This brand and particular type of paint is definitely not new to this channel. I was recently contacted by the company and they asked if I would be interested in trying out a couple of new things. So one was the Mia watercolor set that we've already seen, and the other is this larger 24 color set of their jelly gouache. You've probably already noticed a few of the things that are most exciting to me with this different set. It's not just that we have more colors, which is nice. I usually especially enjoy the pastel colors, which of course are easy to mix on your own, but it's so inspiring to have them. And I find that having this combination of colors and this variety really encourages me to see colors in ways that I might not have otherwise. So it encourages me to think of color combinations that maybe wouldn't have been my first choice or my second choice, but always results in something fun and unique. And that's one of the most inspiring things about having lots of colors. So that's, I think, the most obvious change to having a larger set like this. But there are also some new things with this set that we didn't get in the smaller ones. I think the coolest additional feature here with this larger set is the inclusion of a white mixing palette that you can move around and is separate from the set. That was probably my biggest critique of the 18 color set in the past, was that you're mixing on whatever color surface your palette is. So that can be green or pink or yellow, and it can be a bit of a hindrance to mix color on a different colored surface because the color will look different on the palette than it will on your paper. That was something that you can work around, especially if you're working with more opaque layers. And for me, I'm oftentimes not always painting directly onto a white surface like I am here, because I like to do washes and underpaintings and things like that from time to time. But this white palette was so nice to have, and I really love that there's even some division of different wells. It feels like the company was really listening to critiques that people had, which is a really special thing to find in what was already an inexpensive set of paint. This set of 24 colors is only $30 US, which is really, really affordable and makes these paints a lot of fun to learn on and to play with. So I'm really, really happy about that white palette. The other inclusion in this set, which makes me really happy, is they've changed the synthetic brushes that come with the set. When I got my original 18 color set that I purchased for myself, it came with some brushes that were very bristly and were a bit too harsh for working with a paint like this for me. And I ended up just setting those brushes aside and basically never used them. They weren't all bristly. There were some that were a softer synthetic, and I used those from time to time. But I found the included brushes overall a little bit underwhelming, and I didn't use them a ton. This trio of brushes, they're all three different sizes and they're different shapes. So there is a pointed round brush, which I love. It's very versatile and keeps its shape really nicely. There's also a flat brush and one, is it like a filbert? Like a rounded flat-ish brush, and they're all different sizes. So that combination of three brushes has a lot of versatility, and I love that so much. After having last week worked with, I'll say, regular gouache, basically non-jelly gouache, I was able to see more clearly when working with this paint set the way that jelly gouache differs from, I guess I'll say, regular gouache. Overall, they're largely the same, but the finish is definitely different. Traditional or regular gouache, whatever term you want to use to differentiate that, does have like a milkier texture. It's not necessarily that this paint is gummy, but I think the term jelly gouache is pretty accurate for showing the subtle differences in consistency and finish. I hope you've enjoyed taking a few minutes just to take a look at these paints with me. You probably already know that I really like this brand. It's been a lot of fun working with these paints and working with the company. It's always an honor to get to share new Jelly Gouache stuff with you guys. Let me know in the comments if you have tried these paints for yourself or if you'd like to try them for yourself. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons on Patreon and my members here on YouTube. The real-time version of this painting will be a Q&A, and that will be going up soon. And you can also find over on Patreon a high-resolution digital download of this piece. Thanks again so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you're all doing well, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.